And in here at the shelter in mid-September, heavily pregnant. Although her belly was huge with those puppies in there, but you could see all the bones on her back. She was so stressed, and you could just see it on her face. She was terrified. She was very wary about strangers. She'd bark and growl and just be really scared of people coming up to her. A lot of it was kind of trust training, just getting her used to people. So, feeding her lots and lots of treats, really delicious, yummy things. The most important thing we did with her was just be nice to her and teach her that people are not cruel and people can love. Now she is so wonderful with just a little bit of work. She loves attention, and she lets anybody walk her and touch her and hold her, and she's such a great little girl. She is obviously so cute and so sweet, and she gets along with dogs and people. It just took her, getting to know people and to trust them. And she's been through a lot, so she just needs a nice home with people who love her.
When Li Ning came into us, for the first time, he came as a stray. He had really, really bad mange. His fur was gone, his skin was very swollen. The wonderful vet staff here was able to treat him. He is fully healed from the mange. He's got all of his hair back now, and he looks much, much better. One thing we also learned about him is his incredible energy. He had not had very much training at all, if any. So we worked on teaching him sit and wait and stay and leave it and drop it. He's very motivated by food, and he does seem to pick up on behaviors very quickly. Li Ning is very, very playful. He's a real rough and tumble kind of a guy. He just loves meeting people, and he loves meeting other dogs. Li Ning's best characteristic is his zest for life. He's just so happy all the time. There's not a mean bone in that dog's body. I think if somebody is looking for a good running partner, he's a great dog for that kind of a family.
I was fortunate enough to take Elaine in to foster. She had come into the shelter as a stray with a bite wound on her groin, and she had a small fracture in her leg. They treated the fracture, but then it became apparent that the leg was not healing in a proper manner. She developed a bone infection, and our veterinarian, Dr. Snook, thought it would be best to amputate the leg so that she would not have any more trouble. Elaine is totally healed, off all her medications. She is in no pain at all, and she is raring to go. She does not realize that she doesn't have a leg, ran like the wind in the yard. Wonderful disposition. She gets along with other dogs, and she loves to play. She's just one of the best dogs I've ever had. Come down and see her. You will fall in love with her, and she will love you to death for taking her home.
Very cool stuff. We are now joined by Erica Beckwith with the Santa Fe Humane. Very inspiring stories here, wonderful dogs. So tell us a bit about the resources that you have to help these dogs and rehabilitate them.
In our 75th year as a shelter, we're very fortunate to have a growing behavior department, which enables us to work with dogs like Sweet D, who come in shut down and shy. We have enough people and time now to work with them and bring them out of their shell. And we also have a really great clinic who can work with dogs like you'll see later, Li Ning and Elaine, who have come around and are totally different dogs now. We have a new hospital as well, public hospital, and Dr. Rachel Red runs our Claire Edithaw Hospital. And she's just incredible. I take my own dogs to her. We love her. So,
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the dogs, they're waiting backstage. Let's hop out and take a look at some of these dogs here. I'll let you do the introductions.
All right.
Let's take a look. We'll have a little puppy fashion show. So who do we have here?
All right, this is Li Ning. He's just under a year old, lab Shar-Pei mix, we think. He's very energetic and excitable.
Looks like he's on stage. He's like, oh, I'm on TV. That's fantastic.
He can do lots of cool tricks, and he's very cuddly. He gets along with dogs.
Very cool.
He's a good boy.
And so who else do we have back there?
We have Elaine. She's about a year old as well, mixed breed dog. We're not sure. She's our tripod. She doesn't even care. Doesn't even know it's gone.
She doesn't. She's just moving like it's there.
And that's recent. In the last couple months, she lost her leg.
Really?
It hasn't affected her at all.
Wow. It's just very sweet dogs. And then, of course,
this is Sweet D. She's
Sweet
my
D.
own little foster girl that I had for 2.5 months.
Oh, sweet
so
little
she
girl.
came in really pregnant, heavily pregnant, and she was very shy. She didn't like people too much.
Yeah.
And now you can see she's just comfortable and, well, she's a little nervous, but
you know.
She's a great dog.
Again, first time on TV.
Exactly.
Everyone reacts differently to the cameras. Well, you guys have calendars available at the shelter. We've got
right.
these dogs that are looking for forever homes, and
That's
you guys
right.
are doing fantastic work.
Thank
you
you.
for bringing the dogs
Thank
in,
you
and
for
we
having
will
us.
have links on our website, casa.com, under To Casa Style, with all the information on these pups. You're so
right.
sweet, sweet little girl. All right. It is smelling yummy in here.